Hi guys, this is Wife Lopez from the Lopez Garden, and I'm just here to show you a little advance on our balcony critters. So this one is supposed to be a Mexican sunflower, or at least that's the name they gave it when they sold it. Honestly, I had never seen them before in Mexico, but you know, maybe they're still there and I just didn't notice. Anyway, so it's growing a bunch of flowers. There's more there. Sorry if it's too bright. It is about 1:30 p.m. It gets bright here in Escondido, California. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I think it is. And then, well, the little mango down here, I guess it suffered a little because of the heat, but now it's in the shade thanks to these plants. Just when I planted that one there, well, these flowers weren't really growing, so. And then, well, as you can see, the pole bean, hey little guy, the blue lake pole bean, it's done for the season. There's some beans that are left, as you can see around the plant. Those we're leaving to grow so we can save the seeds for next time. It gave us quite a few, but that's it. These plants don't like the heat, and it's been quite hot every other day, so many of the many of the leaves got sunburned and a little dry. But we watered as much as we could without watering it. So, hey, two little guys. Anyways, yeah, hummingbirds have helped a lot for the pollination, for us to get some veggies and fruits in here. The tomatillo is gone. Even though it bent, it kept on growing, and it was producing. As you can see, there's some of the fruit there, and in the other side of the ledge you have some of them hanging. The lanterns are dry, but they're hanging there, so we had a few of them, so that meant we could have had quite a bit of fruit, but unfortunately it bent, and well, we couldn't do much to save this, so we tried. Next time we're not going to grow it until we have more land, hopefully soon. If not, well, it'll have to wait. This is a A55 tomato in which we were testing my Gardener's Trifecta Plus. It also has a bit of foliage, but that's because of the sun. As you can see, it's so bright. You know, and I can't really control the level of brightness in the camera to adjust, but that's how bright it is. It's really bright. Just look at the palm of my hand. So bright. So yeah, we have to really care for our plants. We can't really put shade cloths in here because we live in a home association. We can't put a lot of things that won't look nice or so, because otherwise we get fined. Anyhow, so we do what we can. Right now this works, and we started putting some worm castings and stuff. We had a tasting, even though they were small, with my Gardener's Trifecta Plus. They were still very delicious. They were sweet. Husband liked them more than I did, but that's because I like my fruit to be a little more tangy, or how would you say, a little more with a bite to it. So yeah, I like lemon and lime a lot, but husband likes his fruit a little bit sweeter, so it was perfect for him. But still, we were concerned with the size of these tomatoes. So right now it's producing a lot of them, and for production maybe the Trifecta Plus works great. We're not getting the sizes. We're not getting the size that we wanted, so we're adding our little blend and tricks with the worm castings and sea minerals now to the blend we had with the Trifecta Plus, just to see if we can get them a little bit bigger. So you can see there's a lot of them that are getting ready to harvest. So I have to be honest, look at those leaves. Some of them are lime yellow color and limey green. You know, they're getting dry, they're getting sunburned, and we can't do much about it, but there's new growth, so that's why we're not that upset. the Trifecta Plus is working great with our peppers. As you can see, we're having tons of them, and these plants, well, they love this weather, so with those, we're really not concerned at all with the production of pepper. They could end up being really spicy, really hot, but we'll see. I'm not gonna try them first, that's for sure. Yeah, even though I'm Mexican, I can't take it if it's really, really spicy. I do like to savor my food. And if you burn your tongue, well, you can't really taste anything after. So these are gonna get soon ready to harvest. And they're providing a little bit, the Roma tomato is providing a little bit of shade for our wonderful catnip, because it was getting sunburned too. And we can't allow that because it's, you know, for our kitties and they love it. So right now it's flowering, as you can see over there. It's flowering, which is good. Maybe we'll get some seeds. And the flowers are pretty, but they're very little. So in the previous video, we showed how we were getting blossom and rot in our Roma tomatoes because we had 2 in each cage. So we cut, well, husband cut one of each to leave just 1, in total of 2 in this planter. And it is working, because you can see some dryness because it's been really hot, as I said, and you can't really overwater these plants because then they're gone. So you just have to be watching. But as you can see, oh no, that's what happens when you don't pick them when you're supposed to pick them. Anyways, so let's find another. Okay, so as you can see, they're not getting that blossom and rot anymore. So technically that's what was happening. These plants were fighting for the water, and you know, they were getting as much as they could, and that was being a problem. See, they're just growing fine now. So now we're hopefully gonna wait for us to get some more, which they're, you know, showing. And we have new growth in leaves too, so we're just gonna have to watch it with these plants because of the heat. I just hope for the best. The strawberries are doing great, thing that they haven't done in years, or at least before. So we're hoping that even next year it's gonna be amazing. We're just having to watch it with the water as well because it can very easily burn here. And that's our kale. I call it a kale tree, but it's a dinosaur kale. It was getting eaten by some cabbage loopers, but husband found them and, well, sent them to better life. So yeah, those are our critters here. How they're doing today, July 15th. So technically we're in the middle of the summer, and this is how things are looking so far. So it's just a matter of taking care of it, watching our plants. You can't really just forget about them because they're gone. So if we ever think of a holiday, I think it's better in the fall when it's easier not to have to worry about a freeze or sunburn, right? So thank you for watching. I know I do these updates very close ones to others, but as I said, from one day to the other you can have a change, a drastic change. And I hadn't shown you that the bulbing was gone. This one, the last time I showed you, had only 1 flower, which was just a couple of days ago. And now it, well, no, what was it? Yeah, a couple of days ago. And now it has 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers. And the Ace 55 now has a ton of tomatoes, which it didn't. And it also got sunburned. The Tomatillo is just gone from the last time I showed you, because I hadn't showed you since then. And after we showed you what not to do, and not to be greedy with the Romas, well, we've seen improvement, which is good. And even though I just lost one, and it fell in the bag, and I can't really get there because there's some spider webs and I don't want to get bitten, you see the changes. So it did work, because our problem wasn't the calcium deficiency, but not the water required for the amount of plants that were here. And the basil is growing great, though in the front it's wiped out because of cabbage loopers. At least we have them here. See the Mediterranean basil and the Thai basil. So maybe we can do some cuttings from here and root them and then repopulate the front yard. So yeah, that's good about having herbs in the front and in the back, is that if one gets wiped out, you can always repopulate with the ones you have healthy in the other side. And the good thing is that since we have a bunch of birds jumping here around here and there in the balcony, we haven't had that much problem with cabbage loopers rather than in the front, since we can't put bird feeders because politics with home association and stuff, and well, it could attract rats and stuff. Yeah, we're getting our herbs and some of the plants wiped out by the cabbage loopers. So every day in the morning we'll have to go and hunt them. But here there's more trees in this side, so there's more nests and therefore more birds, and therefore they're coming to eat the cabbage loopers that have been hiding here. So that's a good thing. And these are not the birds that would peek on our food, so we're safe. So thank you for watching, and I'll show you next time what's going on. Bye!